Hey guys, I'm Kat and welcome back to my channel and good morning. It is currently 8 in the morning, so yeah, I'm heading to work at the moment. Well, I'm waiting for an Uber at the moment, but I thought that I'd make a video while I'm waiting. And today I wanted to make a video about some spooky stuff that's been happening recently in my life, because sometimes in my life spooky things pop up and then I'll have a moment without spooky things and then it'll happen again. So a little bit of backstory with me. It's going to sound completely bananas, but I believe my entire life, and I've been told this by psychics and mediums, that I have been followed by spirits or ghosts or energies. I believe me, my sister, and my cousins have been followed around before. I haven't necessarily been followed around by negative spirits. I've had negative spiritual experiences, but I feel like whatever or whoever is following me isn't a negative spirit or energy. I do know that my sister and my cousins have had some pretty negative experiences, more so than I have, but yeah, it's kind of hard to explain because I remember from a very young age experiencing things to now being at the age of 23. I do think that the whatever, sorry, I thought I heard the doorbell. But I do think whatever spirit or energy that follows me feels more like, kind of like a feminine energy, kind of. And the reason I say that is just the energy that I feel feels more feminine, or maybe that's just what I'm projecting. But usually, my cat's attacking a bag. But usually, like, I'll hear disembodied voices, and sometimes it'll be different voices, male, female, and children, but usually it's the same female voice no matter where I'm at. I could be at work, I could be at home, I could be somewhere else, and I'll hear the same female voice. It's usually when I'm alone, and I'll usually hear the same female voice just randomly. I never can understand the words, but I can hear the voice. It happens a lot at work when I'm by myself. I'll hear the voice and I'll think there's someone in our back adult room and there's nobody back there. So it happens a lot, but recently most of my experiences have happened at work. The most recent one was I was opening the store with one of my coworkers and I was counting one of the registers, and it was weird because, like, I was counting the register and I saw it out of the corner of my eye, but my coworker, she went outside to take the garbage out to our dumpster, and so I was counting the register and I was looking down at the computer, and out of the corner of my eye I saw someone walk past the doorway, kind of like someone's arm and their shoulder walk past the doorway. And so I thought it was my coworker coming back in, so I walked back around to go and talk to her and see what she was doing, and I look outside and she's still by the dumpster. And the thing is, our store is still closed. We haven't opened yet, so the front door and the back door are still locked. So there was nobody in the store. If we were open, I would have thought, okay, well, it was just a customer, but it wasn't. And so I walked down and I looked around and there was nobody in the store and she was outside. So that was kind of weird. And then the second experience was I was in our office and I kept hearing this tapping noise, and it was after our piercer and my coworker went outside to smoke. And so I was in the building by myself, there was nobody in there, and I kept hearing this tapping noise and I didn't know what it was. So I walked out and I looked around and I heard it louder behind me. So I turned around and we have these skull, like these clown head, like wreaths. It's like clown heads on a string, and they were moving by themselves. So I was like, maybe it was the air vent. So I walked up to them and I pulled them up and I let them go, and it was the same tapping noise. And so it was almost like someone picked it up and dropped it. And maybe I ran into it when I walked past it, but it happened like when I was a good few feet away from it, and it sounded like someone literally just grabbed it, pulled it up, and dropped it. And I've been telling my coworkers about these experiences I'm having, and some of them think that it's weird and creepy, some of them believe me, and some of them think that I'm just crazy and that I'm just seeing things. But those are the two things that have happened most recently. I do, as I said, hear voices in different rooms, and things will be moved a lot, and I'll hear like our racks being moved and there's nobody in there to move our rocks. So, and it's conveniently happening in October, but I do have times when it's like, it kind of fluctuates between months where it's like, sometimes I'll have a lot of experiences and then I won't, and then I'll have experiences again. I do have some experiences here sometimes, mostly when I'm by myself. I'll hear voices, or I'll feel something, which sounds strange, but I'll feel something. Or there have been times where, and I've talked about this in previous videos, about how I'll be sleeping in a bed and it'll feel like something pushes down on it, or like an animal jumps on the bed, which here, the lady that kind of owns this apartment, because it's a family apartment, she said that she had a cat and the cat died. So I like to think that it's the cat jumping on the bed, because it feels like a cat jumping on the bed, because it feels very similar when our cat jumps on the bed. At least I hope that's what it is, because I don't want anything creepy like that. But it's not anything too unsettling. There are some times where it's really uncomfortable and it really freaks me out, but a lot of the times it's not like that. So I'm hoping that me talking about it isn't going to bring that energy, because I am one of those people that believes that if you talk about it, it does bring energy. So I'm not trying to offend anything or ignite anything. It's just something that I wanted to share because it's the spooky season. But yeah, so I've been having some interesting experiences recently, and it's been okay. It's been creepy. It's been kind of unsettling, but it normally is, because when you have to deal with that kind of thing, of course it's supernatural, it's paranormal, it's not normal, so it makes your spirit feel weird. But yeah, I'm hearing movement upstairs, but I have neighbors, so yeah. But I'm gonna go and check on to see if my Uber is around. Just got creeped out. But anyway, but what's also interesting is I had a friend who, her grandfather was pagan, and he was also a sensitive and a medium, and he told me once that he believes that I am sensitive to this kind of world, and that I'm also empathic. And that's probably why whatever entity or spirits get attracted to me, because I'm open-minded and I'm empathic and I'm a sensitive, so that could be why. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I'm getting creeped out, so I'm going to stop talking about this, and I'm going to see if my Uber is almost here. And yeah, so thank you for joining me in this video. If you have any creepy stories, go ahead and tell me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be notified whenever I post videos, go ahead and hit that bell notification. Also, I'm going to be uploading an interesting video on Halloween. It's going to be a compilation of all the costumes that we did at work, and stuff like that, and I'm really excited about it. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and a beautiful night, and this is Kat signing off. Bye. The door that I saw someone walk by, and the register is right there, so there's that. These are the clown heads that I saw move by themselves.